Roofing is arguably the most important part of any commercial structure. It's also one of the costliest aspects of construction. Because of this, it's paramount that a qualified installer is selected to do any work on your commercial property. Storm Team Construction takes pride in our work throughout every phase of construction, not only in the proper installation of materials, but also in the protection of your property, concern for your customers, and the quality of our cleanup. We start every job with the safety of others in mind. This may be as simple as clearing the parking lot or as elaborate as sectioning off certain areas with caution tape, cones, and other safety materials. We then set about safeguarding the property by covering anything that could be damaged during construction, such as flowers and shrubs, decorative items, and AC units. When roofing, Storm Team always tears off the existing shingles in order to inspect the wood beneath. After any decking that may need to be replaced is installed, we will then begin the installation process. In order to maintain a safe working environment, both for our customers and our crew, organization is key. We strive to keep an orderly workspace and make it a constant practice to clean up as we work. All rubbish is removed frequently by trailer, and we don't use dumpsters as they have a tendency to destroy your parking lots and can also be an eyesore. When laying shingles, Storm Team continues to go the extra mile by using 5 nails per shingle, making each roof 25 to 50% more wind resistant than standard shingle applications. In the construction industry, so much more is at stake than just the physical building. We understand that real people will be using your facilities, such as church members, students, tenants, and customers. We make it our highest priority to keep them safe and leave them with nothing but admiration for your commercial property. Storm Team Construction takes cleanup to a level that is unprecedented in our field. We make every effort to leave everything in better condition than when we arrived. This includes double and triple checking the premises for stray nails, blowing off your walkways and parking spaces, and possibly even scrubbing down your exterior walls. Storm Team Construction. Who's handling your commercial projects? Hail damage can affect your roof in more ways than you might realize. Many homeowners are under the impression that if their roof is not leaking, then there's no reason to have it looked at by a professional. This is a very grave mistake to make, because hail damage can have devastating effects on a roof even when no leaks are present. While an insurance company may very likely tell you that your roof is fine, what they probably won't tell you is that granular loss brought on by the hailstorm can rapidly accelerate the aging process of your roof, turning a 30-year shingle into a 5-year shingle easily. In addition to the rapid aging, the shingle manufacturer's warranty is always voided if hail falls on the roof, meaning that 3 years down the road, you may be left with a failing roof and absolutely no recourse. The problem worsens even more when the time comes to sell your home. Hail damage is one of the first things that a home inspector often looks for when assessing a property. It greatly depreciates the value of the home. Because of all these things, Storm Team Construction considers it extremely important to have a trained professional on the roof with your insurance company at the time of the adjustment. Neglecting to do so is just too great a risk. We've worked with over 100 insurance companies and assisted over 10,000 home and business owners with hail and wind-related insurance claims all over the country. Call today for your free inspection. Our trained storm specialists can assist you every step of the way, from filing a claim with your insurance company to completely restoring your home.
So if you're watching this video, you're obviously in the market for a new roof, and probably either because of storm damage or just age. And I was in the market for a roof not long ago because of storm damage. And it's a very difficult position to be in because it's a high anxiety position. It's a lot of emotions about it. It's a big investment. Don't know anything. I don't know anything about roofs. Didn't know who to use, didn't know who to call. And it happened to be a situation where the guys from Storm Team came by my house and walked down my driveway and introduced themselves. And I was probably skeptical, like anybody would be at first, but I, quite frankly, was put to rest very early on by a gentleman named Cal, who did a phenomenal job of not only coming in and being professional and very knowledgeable, but very supportive at a point in time where you need a little bit of that. I found them to be very, very professional about not only their knowledge and expertise on roofing, but also in the insurance side of the business, because that was critical to us. And I'm sure it would be possibly to you that, it's a lot of money involved here. Could be a lot of money. Cal sat down with me, walked me through every step of the insurance process, walked me through every step of what they would do, how they would do it, the material that they would use, the quality of work that they would do. Even talked to me about using certain types of material that you could get extra warranty time on. All things that I knew nothing about. Then, as you're going through this and working with Cal and the Storm team, they scheduled everything up. They walked and worked with me, with the insurance adjusters. They were actually here the same time that the insurance adjusters came, worked with them. They took literally all the hassle out of this. They took tremendous amount of anxiety out of this for myself and my wife. And as you can see, it's not a small investment, and I'm sure yours is not either. We all are probably feeling or have felt the same way at this point in time. This is a company that I don't do testimonies to people, and I don't do testimonies about companies, but I feel so strong about this company and the work that they did, the professionalism that they showed myself, my family, and even my neighbors, that I would highly recommend these guys. This is a company that, on a scale of 1 to 5, is absolutely a 5+, maybe as much as a 10, because of the work that they've done and the way that they treated us through the whole process.
Well, it's a real pleasure to be able to give an endorsement to Storm Team. The entire process from beginning to end was as wonderful and as painless as you would want a roof repair from storm damage to be. From the moment we sat down and started talking about what we wanted to do, picking out the types of materials, even the color of the shingles, and then getting our estimate, setting up a time for the work to begin. It was just a wonderful process. In my own work, we look at trust and value as the two non-negotiables for the work that we do, and Storm Team delivered on both. Great value at a great cost, professional process all the way. The work was completed when they said they would complete it. We've had follow-up on an issue of one area that just needed some work done. They responded to that immediately. We haven't had any additional issues. And if you're rating a company on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest, we would give them a 5+ in everything that you could hope for, from cost to value to service to response when there was a need, working with the insurance company and getting the settlement with the insurance company, waiting for payment until we finally received our final settlement from the insurance so we didn't come out of pocket on expense. Everything that you could want for as a homeowner, Storm Team delivered. And I'm grateful to have the opportunity to provide this endorsement for them.
I had seen that one day.
Excellent cleanup when they left. I figured we'd end up with a bunch of flat tires, because usually you get your roof replaced and you end up with 3 or 4 or 5 flats. We never had a single flat. So.
Overseer of it, the Storm Team, saw that every bit of it was covered up.
Nothing was ever left uncovered to be exposed in the weather. No nails left out on the driveway or anything for us to run over.
They had a magnetic thing that goes around and picks up the nails on the roof.
He put the roof on and a person came back out and inspected after me and everything was clean.
Oh, I thought, it was going to be a bunch of nails laying around, a bunch of debris, but once the guys finished, in one day, it was just a great turnaround. No debris. Everything is Fantastic. I have no complaints.
Storm team did great. They did everything they said they'd do.
It's a professional way to go.
I mean, you can't ask for no more.
I tell everybody to use Storm Team, no hassle.
Construction can often be complicated, but when you add insurance claims and mortgage companies into the mix, the red tape can become overwhelming. That's why we at Storm Team Construction have developed a system to completely remove the headache. We jump through all of the hoops for you so that you can spend your time doing what you want to be doing. So here's what to expect. After a claim has been filed on your home, your insurance company will assign that claim to an adjuster who will schedule a time to come and inspect the property. It's very important that you let your Storm Team project manager know when the insurance adjuster is coming so that he can be there during the inspection. Also, please don't allow your adjustment to be scheduled on Sundays or on Wednesdays before 1 p.m. On the day of the adjustment, your Storm Team project manager will do his best to be 30 minutes early to the inspection in order to refamiliarize himself with your roof. One important thing to take note of is that some insurance companies have been known to instruct their adjusters to deny all claims upon the first inspection. This is not typical, but it has been known to happen, and we want you to know that if your claim is denied, a re-inspection can be filed, and Storm Team Construction would be happy to be present at the time of your second adjustment. After the claim is approved, the adjuster will write up something called the scope of work, and it will detail the repairs that need to be made and the projected cost of those repairs. He'll either give this paperwork to you along with the first payment on the day of the adjustment, or send it to you in the mail. In most cases, your adjuster will make payment on 2 separate occasions. You'll receive the first check before the work begins, and the second check will be mailed to you after the work is complete. If there's a mortgage on your home, your insurance company will make all checks out to both you and the mortgage company, which means that they'll have to endorse each check as well. In some cases, you can simply bring your check and a copy of your scope of work down to your mortgage company's local office and have it endorsed on the spot. However, this process is usually quite a bit more complicated. In most cases, the check will need to be mailed to the mortgage company along with any extra documentation that may be required. Many mortgage companies make this process overly complicated, but the good news is that Storm Team Construction has dedicated staff members whose only job is working with mortgage companies to expedite your claim, and we can handle this entire process for you. While allowing Storm Team to work directly with your mortgage company can greatly speed up the process, it's still common for it to take between 3 and 6 weeks. While the check is being sent off to the mortgage company, or after Storm Team has received the first check if there's no mortgage company involved, we'll order aerial measurements of the roof. These aerial measurements are usually far more accurate than the insurance adjuster's measurements. As soon as we've received the aerial measurements, which usually arrive within 24 hours, your job will be turned over to one of our supplement managers who will review the scope of work to ensure that the insurance companies have agreed to pay for all necessary line items for the job to be done correctly and in compliance with local codes. You'll also compare the insurance adjuster's measurements to our aerial measurements, and if there are any discrepancies or missing line items, you'll contact the insurance company and work with them to get the corrected scope of work. After the supplement process is complete, Storm Team will have your roofing materials delivered and will schedule your roof installation. On the day of the build, please clear your driveway in order to make room for our trailer that will haul away any existing shingles and debris. Also, please keep your children and pets inside during this time. We'll tear the entire roof off down to the wood and inspect for rotten decking, and we'll let you know if there are any structural problems before installing the felt underlayment, shingles, and ventilation system. After the completion of the roof, we'll schedule and complete any additional trades, such as gutters, painting, or siding. After all work is complete, we will perform a quality control inspection to make sure that all materials have been installed correctly. While many construction companies ask you to pay immediately upon completion of work and then wait to be reimbursed by the insurance company, we do not. We assist you in getting the final funds released from the insurance company, and upon receiving final payment,
We will provide you with all material and workmanship warranty information.
Okay, we're out here at the Red Roof Inn. There was actually 2 buildings on this job, about 200 squares per building. We completed this job in 5 work days. As you can see, you guys are doing a great job. We've changed the color from a gray to a red, so it is the Red Roof Inn now. This particular job was originally a 3-tab, which is an older style shingle, and we have upgraded this free of charge to our customer to a dimensional shingle. This is a lifetime shingle, so not only does it look good, but it's a lot better investment. As you can see, the guys are putting down 5 nails per strip. Standard is 4. We go the extra mile and put in an extra nail, so it's 5 nails per strip. You can see the guys have done a great job of cleanup. Just one of those small touches and attention to detail that sets us apart from the average roofer.
Absolutely. Storm team did a wonderful job here. And as a matter of fact, I mentioned some of the neighbors here. And I noticed he ended up getting the house next door, Mr. Van Swall. He doesn't live here. He lives, but he had his real estate agent inquired about the work and all. Oh yeah, it was nothing was messed up. They were very careful. Nothing was ever left uncovered to be exposed in the weather. Excellent cleanup when they left. I figured we'd end up with a bunch of flat tires, because usually you get your roof replaced and you end up with 3 or 4 or 5 flats. We never had a single flat. So no nails left out on the driveway or anything for us. In and out of here less time than they see. They gave me the worst case scenario so that I could get excited when they finished work. Absolutely. On price, no change orders. Everything was done with materials that were specified. All the colors were right. As far as Nicholas and Cal, the 2 people that we dealt with primarily, 110% responsible and trustworthy. I'd work again with either one. No, everything was done as they said it would be. People showed up in a timely manner. They did wait till we got up every morning to start working. They were here when they came. They worked daylight and dark. Oh, absolutely. I was very satisfied. I thought the finished product was there. See it up there. I didn't see anything out of place.
Live from NBC4 Columbus, this is NBC4 at 5:30. Here for you.
Get ready for your homeowner's insurance policy to change.
And to pay up, insurance companies want to offer wind and hail coverage as a separate portion of your plan because of the number of claims we've been filing here in Ohio. NBC4's Rick Reitzel is getting you answers on what this will mean for you.
Most people's homeowners policies pay for this kind of damage, but changes the insurance companies are making to wind and hail policies could mean more money out of pocket for you.
Regardless of the age of your roof or the condition of your roof, if wind and hail were the cause of your loss, they would cover it with a full new roof.
The Ohio Insurance Institute says insurers have been hit with huge losses related to recent Ohio storms. Bonelli says insurers are going to share those costs with us. She says to expect homeowner policies to change, separating often costly replacement coverage for wind and hail.
What they're doing is looking at options that are available to homeowners upon renewal or getting a new policy.
Tom Minter lives in Bexley, where the June windstorm caused more than $25 million in damage. He's concerned about his coverage changing.
We bought this home because of the neighborhood, and trees help the value of the neighborhood. I wouldn't be thrilled with that.
Chad Simpkins owns Storm Team Construction. He's had vast experience replacing roofs and repairing storm damage.
There's a lot of people, especially in this economy, that aren't able to repair their roof if it requires a large out-of-pocket expense.
He says clients have been offered lower rates on their homeowner's policy if they take out a separate wind and hail rider.
I just think that a little more disclosure to the average person to understand what could actually happen if they did have to use that claim would be a little better way to go about it.
Bonelli urges each homeowner to ask your own agent about policy changes. In Columbus, Rick Reitzel, NBC4.
Rick, thank you. And according to the Ohio Insurance Institute, 4 out of 5 costliest storms in Ohio history have happened in the last 5 years. The windstorm from Hurricane Ike in 2008 is the most expensive, with just over $1.3 billion in estimated damage, followed by the 1974 Xenia tornado. Third costliest is last year's derecho, with around $845 million in damages. Then the spring storms in May of 2011.
Just riding through the neighborhood, seeing the kind of work, that you guys are doing. And matter of fact, right across the street from here and down on the corner and around the block, it seems to be something that my wife and I, would enjoy. And the results are fantastic. At first, initially, I thought, it's going to be a bunch of nails laying around, a bunch of debris, but once the guys finished, in one day, it was just a great turnaround. No debris. Everything is fantastic. I have no complaints. Oh, he was top notch. He was right in there with the guy, and they went up and made the assessment and came back with some good results. Just a good turnaround. He handled it real professional. Yeah, the price is still the same. We sit down and went over the paperwork and all, and it's well worth the money. I used to work at Fort Benning. I did 28 years of civil service on Fort Benning, and I got quite a bit of clientele out on the post itself. And got some National Guard friends of mine that basically I'm out of cards. Storm team would be the way to go. Some of the signs itself will speak for itself, and then the work itself will speak for itself. And it's a professional way to go.